Hey you guys, it's your girl T. Yes, welcome to Hollywood, bitches. Dab on them, yes, dab on them. Anyways, I know it's been a minute since I've done a recap, honey, but I'm really excited to get back into this. I watched Love and Hip Hop Hollywood this past Monday, and we had a good old funky time on Twitter, honey, okay? So before I get started on this recap, let me go ahead and put out a disclaimer. I understand that my channel has grown a lot, and I have a lot of new, I have all types of different people that come to my channel, okay? So I have been doing recaps for the past 4 years on different seasons of Love and Hip Hop, okay? So this is not the first time. This is what I do. This is what my tea sippers come for. If you do not like recaps, if you do not like, ratchet television, then you have no business clicking on this video. We're not trying to hear none of that pro-black bullshit in the comment section about how nobody should be watching this. We're not here for that. We're here to sip tea, okay? If you are a stan for any of these people, that you don't damn know and you don't understand satire, this video is also not for you, okay? So with that being said, honey, we are gathered here today to sip some tea, bitch. Yes, let's get this recap popping. So anyways, y'all, in the opening scene, we have Princess Love and Ray J, and they're acting like they're about to get married and everybody's, waiting. And then all of a sudden, some white man comes out of nowhere and he's like, cut! And he's like, I want to get some pictures of Princess by herself. And we realize that it's just a photo shoot. Now, I can say this, Princess and Ray J, they have come a long way, honey. If you guys remember first season, they was throwing drinks on each other. Ray J don't went and push Princess's ass in the pool. We thought they were going to kill each other by the time the first season ended, but they've gone from all that drama to them really actually being in love with each other and them taking the steps to get engaged and married. So I'm really happy for them. Princess Love has lost so much damn weight. I was like, well, damn, is that Princess? Princess, is that really you? Wink one time if you're okay? Let's make sure Ray J is feeding her now. She's lost a lot of weight, but she looks really good, and they seem really happy, okay? So while Princess is getting her pictures taken, all of a sudden, here comes Ray J's mama, Sonia, okay? So she walks up, and she's basically telling Ray J that this wedding will not, I repeat, it will not happen if Ray J does not have Princess sign a prenup. And Ray J's looking all scared and emasculated and shit. I hate when they have the mothers come on television and they emasculate their sons as if Ray J's not a grown-ass 35-year-old man. If Ray J does not want to do a prenup, that's on Ray J. Like, that has nothing to do with Sonia, but I understand she's a concerned mom and she's also Ray J's manager. And she's basically telling Ray J, if you don't tell your girlfriend to sign this prenup, there will be no wedding. Mark my damn words. And I'm like, well, damn, Sonia, she was not playing, okay? So Ray J's all uncomfortable, and he's like, I don't know how I'm going to tell Princess. This is the woman that I love, I just don't know. So Ray J's very confused. He's like, he wants to keep his mama happy, but he also wants to keep his fiance happy. So right now, he doesn't know when he should tell Princess. Moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene, we have Moniece, honey, and Moniece is talking about how she's no longer a Richie D, and she had to toss him to the curb. And I'm sitting here like, okay, bitch, last time I checked, he tossed your ass to the curb, okay? He threw that damn ring in your face, and he called it a day, okay? So that whole situation was a mess that happened last season, but Moniece has moved on. She's moved on to bigger and better things. And what is that bigger and better thing? The bigger and better thing is that Little Fizz is now living with her, but the catch is they're not together. Little Fizz claims that he lives in Porter Ranch and there was some type of gas leak in Porter Ranch and everybody in Porter Ranch had to move. Little Fizz, you need to stop sticking to that store and just keep it real and be honest that you cannot afford the mortgage out there in Porter Ranch, okay? Hence why you're moving in with Moniece. So Little Fizz is there with his damn 1989 Bobby Brown reject Gumby haircut. His haircut looks a damn mess. Moniece looks like she got a damn mop on top of her head. She has some gray tracks in her hair. Doesn't match her hair texture. Just looks crazy as hell. So anyways, they're having a conversation and Moniece is setting down the house rules. And she's like, you know what, you can be here. I'm glad that you're here, but I need you to know that I don't want no bitches in and out my house. You're not sleeping with nobody else in my house. And Little Fizz is like, well, the same should be said for you. And Moniece is like, well, I don't do that around my son. I don't do that around Cam. And then Little Fizz tells her that when he comes to come get his son in the morning, he does not want to see Moniece's monkey poking out. And she's like, well, if you're talking about my vagina, don't worry about that because because you're in my house. You know, so you can tell that they still have a lot of connection. There's still a lot of feelings there, but they're better off co-parenting than being together, because we all know Moniece is crazy as cat shit, honey. Moniece also goes on to tell little Fizz that Brandy and her husband Max are not allowed in her house because Brandy, who she calls that little bitch, was disrespectful as hell, and she disrespected her at the reunion, and she's still really mad. Little Fizz is telling Moniece that she needs to get over it and she needs to stop holding a grudge, especially being that he's working with Max and Max is his producer, and that's one way that he's able to put food on the table and take care of his son, is working in the studio with Max. But Moniece ain't trying to hear that shit, honey. Moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene, we have Miss Nikki Baby, honey. You can't tell her shit. She's dropping another clothing line. I don't know how successful her lingerie line was, but she has a new clothing line, and it's called Slay Per Usual, and everybody and their mom is there, including wide mouth Brandy, okay, so Brandy's there. Her mouth is wider than ever, but her outfit was really cute and it was straight up on point. So she's there mixing and mingling and talking to everybody. We also see Nina and Shonda. They're there as well, and once again, I don't know what the hell Nina has in her hair. Her blonde weave just looks crazy as hell. They're asking her how her daughter's doing, and she's saying that her daughter is fine. And once again, her and Dre are having their ups and downs, but for the most part, her and Dre are doing good. And I'm just sitting here like, bitch, again, you and Dre have had more downs in y'all's relationship than ups. I'm tired of her and this whole Dre storyline. They have the same issues season after season after season. Anyway, it was just 2 weeks ago on Instagram that Soulja Boy, aka Dre, was cussing out Nia and telling her to take his fucking shoes that he bought her off. He was going in on her on Instagram, so I don't understand why they just won't let it go. But somebody please tell me what the hell's wrong with everybody's weave on this show. I mean, last time I checked, this was Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, not Love and Hip Hop Backwater, Mississippi. Why is everybody walking around here looking crazy as hell? Nobody's hair is slayed this season, unlike Love and Hip Hop ATL. Everybody except for Jessica Dime, honey, hair was slayed, late, fried, dyed, and laid to the damn side, okay? I don't understand what is going on with Hollywood. I am very disappointed, okay? So after Nina goes on and on about her and Soulja Boy's relationship that nobody gives a fuck about, she decides to invite Brandy and Shonda to her Mommy and Mimosas event, and she's telling them that, you know, I want you guys to come. It's for mothers. You guys will have a good time. So of course Brandy jumps on it because she thinks she's like the #1 fucking mom on the show. She's like, oh, it's for mothers? Bitch, I gotta be there because I'm a mom. So she says she wants to go, but then Nina tells her that Moniece is co-hosting with her, and we all know that Brandy and Moniece are beefing. So now Brandy's like, well, I don't know, bitch, because I don't do Moniece. And Nina's like, you know what, you promise you got to be there. You and her can squash the beef. Just come, just show up. So finally Brandy's like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and go. Y'all know damn well Brandy was not going to turn down an invite because we all know she has no damn storyline, okay? So anyways, Brandy decides to leave Nina and Shonda to themselves to talk and chat, and she decides to mosey on down to Tierra and Miss Nikki Baby. So while she's talking to Tierra and Miss Nikki Baby, she's telling them that she wants to be thicker like them. You know what? I'm sorry, but Miss Nikki Baby is not thick. She looks very, very disproportionate. I feel uncomfortable watching her on camera. Just looking at her damn fake ass titties be making my titties hurt. Like, she just looks like it's just really hard for her to breathe. Like, she just looks so uncomfortable. And Tierra Marie's telling Brandy, girl, nah, don't do it.
Oh, you don't want to get thicker. That's what I was thinking in my head. I wanted to get thicker.
Don't try and be thicker. I thought the same thing because I used to be real little. I thought that I needed to be thicker. And girl, just keep your body the way it is. Now, I'm sitting here looking like, now, Tierra got plastic surgery last season. She got lipo. So I'm confused as to why she's still big, okay? How the hell did Tierra get liposuction? But for whatever reason, Princess Love is the one who lost all the damn weight. How does that work? How do you get lipo, but your damn enemy ends up losing all the weight and looking like a new person? I was thinking I was going to see a Tierra that looked like Princess and a Princess that looked like damn Tierra. Princess is walking around here looking like she ain't had a good meal since last season, honey. We're going to go ahead and let Princess and Tierra look how they look, honey, and we're going to continue carrying on. I'm so glad that Love and Hip Hop Hollywood is back on television. Moving on to the next scene. So on the next scene, we have Ray J and Princess Love. Ray J is taking Princess to go get her car wrapped and get it detailed and everything else. And he's thinking if he does that for her, he can kind of slip in there that he wants to get a prenup. So as they're over there walking around and looking at the cars, Ray J is telling Princess that, you know what, I feel like, I love you, I trust you, but I feel like we need to get a prenup, just so we both can sleep well at night. And Princess is looking at him like, no, Bia, where did all this prenup talk come from? Did this come from your mama, Sonia? And Ray J's like, well, yeah, my mom feels like we should have some type of prenup so that we're both, we're both safe. It's not that I don't trust you, but we just want to make sure that we're both, covered. Princess is not having it, honey. She is not trying to sign no prenup. She's like, if you want to sign a prenup, that's on you, but I'm not doing this. I didn't come here for this. I think we've been together long enough. We don't need no prenup. I'm gonna need Princess to have a tall glass to shut the fuck up, okay? I'm gonna need Princess to go on ahead and sign that prenup. Please don't act like when Ray J first met you, you wasn't in a studio apartment eating top ramen, okay? Okay, let me stop. Okay, Princess has always talked to ballers. I can't front. She used to date Floyd Mayweather, and then as we all know, Ray J stole her from Floyd. So Princess, I'm gonna need Princess honestly to write a book on how she's getting these top ballers, okay? When you go from being a regular chick to dating Floyd Mayweather, and now you're engaged and about to marry Ray J, we all know Ray J got money too. Bitch, I'm gonna need you not to sign a prenup. I'm gonna need you to write a damn book, okay? Give us some tips, okay? How you doing, Princess? But anyways, real talk, I do think they should sign a prenup because Princess has been doing her own thing. She has her own businesses that she's running. Now, is her net worth as much as Ray J's? No, it's not. But I think for everybody's peace of mind, it's better if they just sign a prenup, just so everybody's safe, because you just never know what can happen in relationships. You can get married, think that your marriage is going to last forever, and then, things happen. And even though Princess may not have as much money as Ray J does now, you never know, the tides can turn. Because if we remember Nick Lachey and Jessica Simpson, when they got together, Nick Lachey was like the big breadwinner. He was making way more money than Jessica Simpson. But then once they got married, Jessica Simpson's star power really, really raised when she started her own lip gloss line and shoe line and everything else. She ended up having a net worth that was bigger than Nick Lachey. So then what happened is that they didn't sign a prenup, and Nick Lachey ended up walking away with half of Jessica's earnings. So Princess should sign a prenup because she never knows where her career might go in the future. But that's just my personal opinion, honey. Moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene, we have Shonda, and Shonda's at the strip club with Nikki. As we all know, Nikki's family owns a strip club. And so, they're showing the stage, and then all of a sudden, Shonda ass pop up in her confessional time about, oh, so y'all thought I was gonna be on the pole? Child, please. And I'm sitting here like, yes, bitch, we did think you was gonna be on the pole, being that you damn near lost your marriage last season because you ran back to being a stripper. I mean, why are you acting brand new like all of a sudden there's something wrong with being on the pole? Bitch, wasn't you team pole last season? People kill me when they try and switch up the next season like somehow they're better than the person they were just a year ago. Let's not act like 5 to 10 years have passed since you was just swinging on that damn pole at Nikki's club, okay? But yes, Shonda's not the one swinging on the pole. This time it's her thirsty ass, no storyline having husband, Willie, okay? So he's out there dancing and flexing and showing his muscles. And he's saying that he's practicing because he just got a role in this new blockbuster movie. And we're all like, oh, what movie are you going to be in, Willie? And then he's like, I'm going to be in Chocolate City too. And everybody's just like, nigga, what? Chocolate City 1 wasn't all that. Like, he's bragging like it was about to be like a new blockbuster smash. This is a straight to Redbox movie. This is a BET movie premiere type shit. Well, anyways, I guess it's good that Willie's getting something, even if it is a Z-list movie, okay? But the way he was bragging, you would have thought it was a summer blockbuster. Anyhow, so he's dancing and doing all this other bullshit. And then him and Shonda decide to, stop and talk. And she tells Willie that she feels like she wants to get back into her singing and that she can, she can really sing and she wants to start working on her and her career. And Willie's like, I'm very supportive of that. I tell people all the time that you can sing. And then when they ask me to hear some of your music, I don't have anything to give them. And so Shonda's like, yeah, and that's why I made an appointment to do a studio session with Blaze. So when she says Blaze, honey, Willie's face gets all scrunched up and he's like, he's like really upset and shit. So I'm sitting here like, well, damn, bitch, let me go ahead and sip this tea. Who the fuck is Blaze? So I'm sitting here sipping tea, figuring out, well, who's Blaze? Because, Blaze, that, people named Blaze, people who got the nickname Blaze tend to be fine as hell. So Willie's like, you know what? I don't feel comfortable with you working with Blaze. He tried to come at you before. I don't know how I'm feeling about this, Shonda. So Shonda goes in her confessional. She's like, yes, Blaze did try to make a pass at me. And I know that Willie feels very uncomfortable about this. But Blaze is the only producer that understands my music. He understands where I'm coming from. And I think me and him can make fire in the studio, know. So Willie finally gets over his insecurities a little bit, and he tells Shonda that it's okay, fine, go work with Blaze. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna fall back because I trust you. I cannot wait to see what this fine ass dude Blaze looks like, honey. The way he got Willie out insecure, I know Blaze has to be a 10, honey. Moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene, we have the Mommy and Mimosa bunch. Shout out to all the background extras. I recognize some of y'all. So anyways, everybody's there at the brunch. They're sipping their mimosas. Nina and Moniece are trying to act like they know all these people, and they're saying hi to random girls who don't know who the hell they are. And then finally, Brandy and Shonda walk in. Shonda got on fucking stripper boots, you know what I'm saying? But she claims that she's left that lifestyle. Bitch, I can't tell, okay? So she's coming in there with the little stripper boots. Moniece is walking up with Nina. And Moniece is such a fool. She starts shaking her knees and acting like she's scared of Brandy. She's like, I ain't scared of shit. You know, so I'm about to go ahead and go talk to Brandy. As we all know, they're beefing because of everything that went down on the reunion. So they start talking, and Nina's like, you know, I'm glad you guys came. I'm glad we can all come together as mothers. And before Nina could finish, honey, Moniece was like, oh, so now I'm a mother? I thought you two kicked me out the mothering club. You guys act like I'm not a mother. And Brandy's like, no, bitch, I didn't say that you weren't a mother. I just said you weren't handling your business. So now they start going back and forth, blah, blah, blah. Wide mouth Brandy's mouth is getting wider. And she's like, bitch, I will beat your ass. So Brandy's going off, Moniece is going off, and Brandy's like, you know, you try to call yourself coming for me and coming for my child. I don't play that shit. Let me rewind that back. First of all, when Brandy was reading those text messages to Miss Nikki Baby and Tierra, she was reading like a damn 6th grader. But with that being said, I don't see anything that Moniece said in that text message that was regarding her son that was disrespectful.
Hey, Brandy. You. I just got mad all over again. Your son loves you. So, if he's your priority, then speaking on me in any way should be the last thing on your mind.
You know, it's just certain levels of respect. It's like, don't cross that line. Don't cross that line.
I feel like Brandy be just so hyped. And Tierra was also wrong for even feeding into that shit. I don't think Moniece disrespected her child. Moniece came at Brandy. You know what I'm saying? She didn't really say anything about the child. She basically said that I suggest that you worry about your child and not about me. And that's what I got from what Moniece was trying to say. But we all know Brandy, aka Little Chihuahua, honey. You can't tell her shit. Brandy always got something to say, and she takes everything so personal. But I do like the fact that Moniece did apologize to her. She said, if I offended you, then I apologize. And then in typical Moniece fashion, honey, she got up and walked out the damn Mamas and Mimosas brunch because Moniece is always walking away from bullshit, okay? Moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene, we have Little Fizz and Nikki, and they're basically meeting up for a date night. Little Fizz is once again complaining about how he feels like Nikki has to schedule him in and she never has time for him. And Nikki's like, you know, well, yeah, I'm busy. You know, you're dating other people, I'm dating other people. So yeah, it's kind of hard. And Little Fizz is like, well, I want to take it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? I think we should exchange, you know, I think you should give me a key. So basically, he's on some bum-ass dude type shit trying to move in with Nikki. And Nikki's like, well, you can give me your key. Let's exchange keys. And all of a sudden, this fool starts coughing and shit. Oh, I ain't got no key. You know, like just stupid typical fuckboy shit. You know what I'm saying? He wants a key to her house, but he ain't got no house of his own, okay? So anyways, Nikki's not here for that shit. Nikki is used to ballers, honey. I just don't think Nikki and Fizz are a good fit. Nikki needs to move the hell on. She's just too much for him. And this date was boring as fuck. I don't give a fuck about them and their baby steps. We're going to take baby steps and baby steps. They kept saying the same dumb shit. Moving on to the next scene, okay? So in the next scene, we have Soulja Boy, Ray J, and Willie. All the fellas are meeting up to play basketball at Venice Beach. Soulja Boy's there once again looking unhealthy as ever. He looks like an unhealthy lollipop. All you see is this big ass head and this little thin ass body. And you know, for the life of me, Soulja Boy cannot play basketball worth shit. Every time he went to go shoot, he kept hitting bricks. I'm like, Soulja Boy, if you don't sit down somewhere, and then once again, he's talking about him and his girlfriend, Nia, and they're having their ups and downs, but for the most part that they're good, and he's coming out with new music. Soulja Boy, quit lying. Nobody's checking for your music, and you and Nina stay into it on social media. You guys are the furthest thing from good, okay? So anyways, Willie decides to get everybody's advice. You know, he wants to know what Little Fizz and Ray, I don't know, was Ray J there? I don't know, don't care. He wants to know what the other guys think about his dilemma with Shonda because Shonda wants to go back to the studio and Shonda wants to start singing, but he feels really insecure because the producer, Blaze, honey, I know he got to be fine because, you know, Willie's a cute dude. Willie has a nice body, you know what I'm saying? And this dude, Blaze, got, you know, Willie just feeling really, really insecure. So I just cannot wait to see Blaze, honey. So, you know, Willie's telling them that, you know, he doesn't know how he feels about Shonda working with this producer. And Soulja Boy's like, you know what, you just have to trust her. You know, if that's your wife, you have to trust that she's going to do the right thing. Everything will be okay. So finally Willie's like, you know what, you guys are right. I'm just going to let them work together, but I'm going to talk to her and let her know how I feel about the entire situation. And so like I said before, honey, I cannot wait to see Blaze. Moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene, we had Tierra Marie and Miss Nikki Baby. Once again, Tierra Marie feels like she's stuck in the middle because all of her friends don't get along with Moniece, and Moniece is her friend. But anyhow, she's waiting for Miss Nikki Baby. Miss Nikki Baby walks in and they're talking and everything else. And then Moniece and her little crazy, skinny, scrawny self walks in there. So Moniece is sitting there looking all serious and shit, but in her confessional, she says that she appreciates the fact that Tierra Marie has her and Nikki coming together to meet because she wants to know what Barbie has to say for herself. And then she goes on to say that if she's not feeling what Miss Mattel has to say to her, Miss Mattel will be leaving this meeting without her arms or legs. When I tell you here from Moniece's one-liners, her ass be throwing so much shade. She cracks me up so much. Moniece is a straight up fool. I fell the hell out when she called Nikki botched Barbie. Anyways, they're back at the table and they're all talking, and Miss Nikki Baby tells, you know, Moniece that she doesn't want to have beef with her. She wants her to get along. She wants them to get along because she's currently dating Fizz, and she feels like Fizz is trying to get serious with her and take it to the next level. So Moniece is like, well, I'm kind of confused. If you guys are so serious and y'all are taking it to the next level, then why is Drew living with me? So now Tierra Marie and Miss Nikki Baby are looking at each other like, bitch, what? Drew's living with you? We didn't know anything about this. And Moniece is like, yeah, he's been living with me for a while. So Miss Nikki Baby goes in her confessional and she's like, I'm not one to let another bitch see me sweat. So me and Drew, we had some talking to do, okay? So Miss Nikki Baby's like, you know what? I don't feel comfortable with him living with his baby's mother. I don't care if y'all are fucking, but I just can't mess with a guy who's living with his baby's mother. So then Moniece tells Miss Nikki Baby, you know what? My monkey don't want his banana. His bananas can stay in the bunch, okay? Like I said, Moniece is a straight up fool. Then she proceeds to say that the only thing she wants from Drew, who is her baby's father, is a vial of sperm. So when Moniece said that, when I tell you everybody on Black Twitter was like, what? Everybody gave her ass the side eye, honey. At that very moment, I had to stop laughing. Moniece saying that she just wants a vial of sperm, I was just lost for words. I'm like, Moniece needs to have several damn seats. When Moniece said that bullshit, I had no damn words. I swear everybody on Twitter was looking the same exact way, honey.
The only thing I want from him is a vial of sperm.
I swear everybody on Twitter had the same damn reaction. So Moniece goes in her confessional and she's saying that the reason why she wants to have a baby with Drew is because she knows that Drew will be a good baby's father, and the fact that she wants her kids to look alike. Now, Miss Nikki Baby's face said it all. She was not here for that bullshit, okay? She's not feeling Moniece trying to get pregnant by Drew, especially if they're not going to be together. And Moniece is like, well, I don't need him in my life. You know, I just want a baby. And Miss Nikki Baby's like, well, no, your baby needs a father in her life, so that doesn't make any sense. And I really agree with Miss Nikki Baby. She was making a lot of sense right there. Moniece is straight up tripping. So now Tierra Marie's pissed off, and she's like, Moniece, are you serious right now? You know, why are you talking like this about Drew and talking about you just want to have a kid with him? And Moniece is trying to explain it by saying, well, she wants her kids to look alike, and she knows that Drew will be a good father. First of all, Moniece needs to have several damn seats, okay? She has spent the last 4 years not taking care of her 5-year-old son, Cameron, okay? She's ran the streets. Drew has had full custody of this little boy for years. Drew has been a single father for years. The only reason why Moniece wants to have another baby with Drew, it has nothing to do with the baby's looks. It has nothing to do with the baby's last name. She knows that when she decides to not be a mother and she wants to start running the streets again, Drew will step up and he will take care of his child. If she goes out and gets pregnant by some random dude, she knows that that guy could end up leaving her, and then she would be stuck doing what? Shocker, shocker. She'd actually have to be a mom and raise her child, and that's not what Moniece is ready to do. Moniece likes the idea of being pregnant. She likes the idea of having attention. She likes the idea of having another baby, but Moniece is not the one who's going to end up raising that baby. Trust and believe that baby will be raised by Drew, just like she did with her first son. What What Moniece needs to do is repair the relationship with Cameron and let Cameron know that she's going to be there and be in his life. She needs to be consistent in Cameron's life for the next 3 to 4 years before she decides to bring another child into this world. She barely spent time with Cameron before or gave him that needed motherly attention, hence why Drew has been going from relationship to relationship trying to find a mother for his son. So she barely did that before. So to me, she needs to rekindle that relationship, spend time with Cameron before having to give her attention to a whole nother child. I mean, this thinking that Moniece is doing is just totally ass backwards, and it makes no sense whatsoever. I was over that entire conversation when she said that bullshit. Drew's ass needs to run because Moniece is crazy as hell. Ain't nobody trying to have no more kids by damn Moniece. Moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene, we have Miss Nikki Baby and Fizz. So Nikki Baby's walking up to Fizz. She looks inflated and suffocated at the same damn time. I don't know how all these hoes on these reality TV shows do this, but they literally be defying physics, okay? I mean, she looks so crazy. She don't know if she wants to tip forward or tip backwards. And then she's wearing these damn ugly ass orthopedic shoes. And then her leotard looks like it's fighting with her ass to stay in her jeans. The whole situation is a hot damn mess. So she's coming to meet up with Fizz, and she has a damn house plant in her hand. And Fizz is like, okay, what's all this for? Why are you walking around with a house plant? And Miss Nikki Baby's like, you know what? I bought this for you. It's a housewarming gift for you and Moniece since I'm finding out that you're living with your baby's mother. And Drew's like, well, did you not hear what I told you before? There was a gas leak in Porter Ranch. Anyhow, so Miss Nikki Baby is not here for that shit, okay? And she's like, you know what? I'm not feeling this. I feel like you need to get yourself together. There's no reason for you to have to be living with someone that you don't like. And Drew's steadily making excuses. You know what I'm saying? Instead of him being an adult and going to go get a studio apartment or 1 bedroom for him and his son, he decides to move back in with his baby's mother. So Miss Nikki Baby's just not here for that. And like I said before, I don't think they make a good couple. Miss Nikki Baby has too many things going on for her clothing lines. Her and her family are rich. They run several strip clubs. She needs somebody on her level. She needs somebody who is straight up balling. Her and Little Fizz are on 2 different plateaus. But before she left, she gifted Little Fizz with a onesie and said that that was in preparation for his new baby that Moniece was planning on having. So I'm like, you know what? Miss Nikki Baby is messy and shady as hell, and I'm here for it, okay? Moving on to the next scene. So in the last and final scene, we see Willie, and he's at the studio. And right now, he's really contemplating if he wants to break in on Shonda's studio session because he knows that Shonda, his wife, is working with this producer, Blaze, and it just has him feeling really insecure. So he's thinking about going down there. So then the scene cuts and we see Shonda, and she's in the studio with none other than Blaze. So now when Blaze comes on the screen, I'm like, bitch, I had to grab my teacup. I was like, really? Bitch, I had to reevaluate my life. First of all, why was Willie hyping up Blaze like he looked like Jason Momoa's fine ass or Amari Hardwick, okay? I'm thinking I'm about to see a fine ass, you know, nice body built man, tall, just sexy, the way Willie was carrying on. And then we see Blaze, and Blaze is big as hell. He can barely fit in his producer chair. I'm like, really, Willie? You fucking over-exaggerating ass Bia? Like, really? Talking about he's insecure about Blaze and he's sitting here looking like damn Ruben Studdard. Like, Willie needs to have several damn seats. Blaze ain't thinking about you and Shonda. He has a wife and he's doing his own thing. He's producing. He's only on this show trying to get a check so he can put some damn food on his table. I couldn't believe how Willie stretched this whole Blaze thing into 3 different scenes, and then we finally get to see the mysterious Blaze and he looks like damn Ruben Studdard. I'm gonna need him and Shonda to have several damn seats for that foolishness. Anyways, he acts like he's about to burst into their studio session, but at the last minute, Willie changes his mind and he goes into his own damn studio session, okay? So now while Shonda's sitting there with Blaze, they're talking and, you know, they're getting ready to do the session, all of a sudden some dusty bitch, you know what I'm saying, blows in from the Windy City named Keisha. And this bitch comes with a First 48 folder talking about she needs to talk to Shonda. She needs to let Shonda know some things about her husband. So Shonda's like, okay, bitch. So they get up to go walk out to the balcony, whatever. I don't know. They walked out in the lobby and they're talking. And this bitch got receipts for days. She got text messages, you know what I'm saying, pictures. She has all types of receipts for Shonda to let Shonda know that Willie, every time he comes to Chicago, Willie is creeping with her. So Shonda's like, you know what? Okay, well, I'm going to take these receipts. I'm going to take all this shit with me that you bought in this First 48 folder, honey, and I'm going to go talk to my husband because I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt because you're the woman and you don't owe me anything, but I need to talk to my husband first. So, you know, Keisha's like, yeah, you do that. You talk to your husband. Matter of fact, you can call him right now. You know, I can't stand thoughts like this, okay? That's all Keisha is. First of all, bitch, you're talking about you've been with Willie for 12 years. How the hell are you comfortable being somebody's side piece for 12 years? He is publicly and nationally claiming Shonda as his wife, and you're sitting here talking about you've been in a 12-year relationship with him as his side piece. It's like these chicks nowadays have no shame whatsoever. She should have been embarrassed to even come on national television with that bullshit, okay? Shonda, she got that damn first 48 fold in her hand, honey. She's about to possibly go commit her a homicide, okay? She breaks in on Willie's studio session. She's like, Willie, I need to talk to you. He's like, okay, what is it, baby? What's going on? And she's like, you know, what have you been doing today? Oh, nothing. I just been working on some music, you know, just in the studio grinding. She was like, no, bitch, let me smell your dick. She came in on some Taraji P. Henson shit. Now, granted, she didn't say that, but that's how the hell she was looking, okay? So she basically said, no, I'm not talking about what you've been doing today during the past few hours. I'm talking about what you've been doing throughout our whole entire marriage, boo. And so now Willie's just like, his ass is looking lost and confused. He don't know what to say, honey. And then the scene fades away, and that's the end of the first episode of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, honey. When I tell you this first episode of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, to me was better than the entire season of Love and Hip Hop ATL. That season was trash, but this season of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood looks really good. It looks super messy, super dramatic, and I'm here for it, bitch. Anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire crazy situation. Once again, concerning Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, did you check it out? Did you watch it? How do you guys feel about the storylines and the characters that they brought back? Let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right, deuces. Hey, you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit Lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.